The NFL finds itself in court very often. There is something that's going on that was announced yesterday with the NFL that is going to cause the owners to have to get together and have a real meeting about this. You remember we told you about the Gruden case. John Gruden, former coach, got let go, had some emails that were not pleasant, but is claiming that there was a conspiracy against John Gruden. There's another lawsuit that's going on that the NFL owners get updated on every quarter, if not more. And that is the defensive coordinator of the Vikings, former head coach of the Dolphins, Brian Flores, who basically sued the NFL and certain teams and individuals for not giving minority candidates the proper look. Let's say it as nicely as we can. There has been a back and forth brawl, legally speaking, between the NFL and Flores about what is this case going to look like. The NFL has been clear. This case looks like an arbitration. It's an arbitrator of our choosing. You signed a document that says that anything you do when you're against the NFL will be an arbitration. Well, Brian Flores wanted a public hearing. Brian Flores wanted it out of arbitration. There have been rulings where Brian Flores has prevailed, where the courts have said this cannot be inside the arbitration process that exists in the NFL. This case needs to be heard outside it. Well, the NFL has appealed it and appealed it. And yesterday they lost another appeal. And the judge at the U.S. Court of Appeals in the Second Circuit, they basically made it very clear that there is no reason in the world that this case ought to be before a state-controlled arbitration system. And I say state-controlled because that's what Goodell is. That's what the NFL is. You cannot sue someone and have that person decide whether or not this is a suit that is worthy of attention, if not settlement, if not actual decision. Why does this matter? Brian Flores had an arbitration provision in his contract. You can bet. But Brian Flores didn't care. John Gruden didn't care. They pushed and they pushed and they pushed and they pushed. And their sole reason is not money. The sole reason is to embarrass the National Football League and to bring them down a notch. The purpose of the lawsuit is to let the world know that this fiefdom that is the owners controls the fans, controls the players in a way that would otherwise make you feel super uncomfortable.